Hello, guys. So today I'm going to ask a question that's been asked a lot on the forums. For people who don't have strength to people who do have a lot of strength, depending on their level and their generation, what should they invest in when you have the Android Minion and a special scout event? So first of all, the reason why I'm doing this is because the Android Minion does give points towards the scout, but sadly, there's rarely anything good in the Thunder side, especially since Nute is weaker than Raclet. We're not even here for the boss. So the question is, why do we care about the minion match? The minion match we care about, I'm going to just make a small demonstration of this, is because of the value in GP of those minions. So I'm just going to sell what cost me around 150 strength with my current setup, who's what I generate when I log in with my managers. So you're going to notice that in total, it's going to give me, for 150 strength, it's going to give me 100 GP and 70,000 gold. So it's actually really great, especially on the GP front. So this is why the Android match, especially for medium to advanced players, is really great, because you know exactly what you want, and you just want to have the GP to be able to afford those managers, to afford the dupes of cards you're already using. And this is something why the Android Minion match is great. But then, in parallel, you also have this match, who has a skin a lot of people want. There's a Beelzebub, there's a leader, there's a 5 to 6 star card. There's those two that you're completely going to ignore because they're jokes. And then there's the premium ticket and strength. If you've gone to a point where you're starting to farm the gold in the GP box, completely stop the event scout and go to the season scout and farm the androids. This is a joke. None of these are good. They even now save how much? And for 10 to 100 GP to an assured 100 GP, and this is 400 points, it would cost me around 75 equivalent of points. To get it, just don't do either of these. None of them are as good as the Season Scout. Now the thing is, you can't do both at the same time, because the Season Scout is the minions, and minion points do not transfer towards event points. So again, a lot of these are very useful. Sadly, these are only 3 stars, but you still want to try get them. So again, if you're limited in strength, I would say just go to the event scout currently and try to get the 5 to 6 star player. This is if you're a new player and you don't have any spirit generating managers. I've already made videos on that, but when I'm talking about spirit generating managers, I'm talking about Geralt, I'm talking about Hansel, I'm talking about Ingram, I'm talking about Selena uniform or Eve uniform, or now even the new Selena set that also has some strength bonus. So any of those that generate spirit strength is what you're going to need. Now, if you're more advanced, you have a pretty decent notion of what team you want, you're going to try get these things, especially if you're fun, you're going to try to get the skin. But you're going to be basically doing this more on the weekend, and you're not going to do it as actively. And when you're end game wise, I'm going to say you're going to save all your strength during the week and do all of this during the weekend. And you should still do that either way, because the weekend, you can do your gold match and get event scout points for that. That's what I'm planning to do. So out of these, if I were to rate them in an order, these rewards, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the 5, 6 star player card first. The skin depends your formation. Again, it's really nice to just always have them, but if you're not a Thunder player, you're never planning to play Thunder, just don't get it, then I would say go to the leader and then the Beelzebub. Now on the side, you have the premium tickets. It really depends how you feel. When you have some extra points at the end, just throw them on this. Now the strength, since using strength generates points, on average 50 strength is going to generate around 35 to 45 points, meaning they cost 15 points. So when you hit the weekend, just try to get around 100, 150 points, and you can spend, use them, and then the points will allow you to buy them again. Meaning you're going to be able to get a free 500 strength on the gold match, making it the best deal compared to this dumb gold box, and you'll get swirly. So always use these on the weekend gold match. and they're going to be really easy to use. So this is what you want to get either way. If you're new, old, any kind of player, and especially for new players, this is something that a lot of people keep forgetting. It costs points, but it gives you points. So it's actually extremely cheap. Again, these 2 boxes are not worth it. And the Beelzebub is okay. It's not like legendary compared to the amount of swirlies you're going to get while trying to get it. And the leader is a sub. So again, the order is going to be 5-star, skin if you want it, leader, Beelzebub, premium ticket, and the strength, irrelevantly of what order you're doing anything in, you're going to use it on the weekend match. So in my personal opinion, what really matters when you're looking at both of these is, one, can you generate strength to a high level? Because this Event Scout only cares about the strength you spent, while the Android Scout only cares about the cost of the fight. Meaning if you have 20 strength reduce, they're much better in the Android. So the real question here is, do you want a 5-6-star card at a price of around 2,300 strength? Or do you want to spend all of that strength getting GP, knowing that around 150 strength is going to be 100 GP? So you're going to end up getting basically the equivalent of 5-6-star card in GP if you got a strength reduce, and you'll be able to select it. And I'd like to point out it's only Season 1, so you're not losing anything. So in my opinion, depending how high your strength reduces, I would go for Season Scout to just do the Android. If your strength reduce is fairly low or you're a new player, you will only do the Event Scout and you will get this card right away because this is something major for you. So I hope this helps people understand what the dilemma is currently. And depending on your stage in the game and how much strength reduce and strength production you have, you're going to have to decide which one is best for you, which one makes the most sense. In my case, I have a very high strength production, not such high reduction. So that's why for Event Scout, I have more of an advantage than for Season Scout. And I'm planning to also spend a little bit of Crystal on the weekend. So I'm going to try to do what I did last time and just buy everything in the Event Scout. But I wouldn't advise doing that for most people. It's just because I really like swirlies and I'm plus 16 some new players. So for me, it's not that major of a problem. So I hope this helps people understand what the dilemma is and what they should try to do. Have a good day.